Hello and welcome back to Timeless Wisdom. It's always a pleasure to gather with you here in our cozy corner, dedicated to making the most of life's later chapters. This is a place for sharing practical ideas, uplifting each other, and finding new ways to enjoy every day. Let me start with a question. Do you ever walk through your house and feel like it's carrying a little extra weight? Maybe you've got old photographs tucked in every nook, keepsakes from your grandkids, or those maybe someday items that linger on shelves, rarely touched. If that sounds familiar, rest assured, you're in good company. Over time, our homes naturally fill up with reminders of all we've experienced, joyful times, cherished memories, and yes, sometimes more belongings than we truly need. But here's the silver lining. Creating a simpler home doesn't mean you have to part with everything you love. It's really about shaping your space to fit your life as it is now. A place that feels easy, welcoming, and filled only with the things that genuinely bring you happiness. In today's session, I'll be sharing 12 simple habits that have made a real difference for me and many others in clearing out the excess and bringing more peace into our homes. These are straightforward ideas, but they can help you reclaim your space and boost your energy, one gentle step at a time. So, if you're hoping to find more ease and joy in your surroundings, stick around. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to Timeless Wisdom for more inspiration and tips designed with you in mind. Ready to begin? Let's dive right in. The 5-use rule for countertops. Let's begin where so many of our memories are made. The kitchen. It's the heart of the home, isn't it? A place where family recipes are passed down, where the smell of fresh coffee in the morning brings comfort, and where so many of us start our day. But let's be honest, friends, it's also a place where clutter loves to pile up. That's why I want to introduce you to a little trick I've been using for years. The 5-use rule. It's simple. Only keep items on your countertop that you use at least 5 days a week. Think about it. Do you really need that blender or food processor taking up space when you only use it once in a while? For me, the only items that earn a permanent spot on my countertop are my coffee machine, kettle, and toaster. Essentials that make my mornings smoother. Everything else? It gets tucked away. My mixer, for instance, has a cozy spot in the cupboard. My bread bin. It's out of sight, but still easy to grab when needed. Clearing off your counters might seem like a small step, but the benefits are big. Not only is it so much easier to clean, no more moving a dozen things just to wipe down the surface, but it also gives you a sense of calm. When I see a clear countertop, it feels like my mind is clearer too. And let me tell you, when you're cooking, having that extra space makes all the difference. No more balancing cutting boards on top of cluttered counters or squeezing into a tiny corner to prepare a meal. It's freedom, right in your own kitchen. Give this rule a try. Start with one countertop. See how it feels to create a little breathing room in your space. Trust me, it's a small change with a big impact. The broken window effect. How clutter multiplies. Now, let's talk about something I've noticed over the years, and I bet you've noticed it too. Have you ever seen how one messy surface seems to invite more mess? Maybe it starts with a few letters left on the dining table. Then, before you know it, there's a stack of magazines, a pair of reading glasses, and even yesterday's coffee mug. That's the broken window effect. You see, this idea originally comes from criminology, but it applies perfectly to our homes. The theory says that if a broken window in a building isn't fixed, it sends a signal that nobody cares, and soon more windows get broken. In our homes, it's the same. When one area becomes cluttered, it feels like an invitation to add just one more thing. But here's the good news. We can reverse this. All it takes is a little intentionality. Start by focusing on one surface, maybe your dining table or the entryway, where shoes and mail love to pile up. Make it a habit to tidy up that spot every evening, even if it only takes a couple of minutes. You'll be amazed at how quickly the small change can ripple through the rest of your home. A tidy table, for instance, sends a message to you and everyone else in the house that this is a space to be respected. And let's be honest, as we get older, keeping a clutter-free environment isn't just about aesthetics. It's about safety and comfort too. A clear walkway means fewer tripping hazards, and a tidy kitchen counter makes cooking feel less overwhelming. Think of tidying as a daily gift you give yourself, a small investment in peace of mind. It's not about perfection. It's about creating a space that supports your life, not a space that demands constant work. Consistent decluttering. Small steps, big impact. Now, here's a secret I've learned after years of trial and error. Decluttering isn't a one-and-done task. It's not like spring cleaning, where you spend one exhausting weekend sorting through everything and then forget about it for the rest of the year. No, my friends. Keeping a clutter-free home is about creating a habit, small, manageable steps that make a big difference over time. Think about it like this. We didn't accumulate all this stuff overnight, so we shouldn't expect to clear it all out overnight either. Instead, start small. Pick one drawer, one shelf, or even just the stack of mail sitting on your counter. Set a timer for 15 minutes and focus on that one spot. By the end, you'll have accomplished something, and that sense of progress is incredibly motivating. This approach works so well for us seniors because, let's face it, we don't always have the energy for an all-day decluttering marathon, and that's okay. The key is consistency. Tackling a little bit at a time prevents you from feeling overwhelmed and keeps the process manageable. And here's another thing. Every time you let go of something, you're taking a step toward the home you truly want. A home that's lighter, easier to navigate, and more reflective of the life you live today. It's not about being ruthless or getting rid of everything. It's about creating a space that feels like it's working for you, not against you. So grab a bag, find one small area to tackle, and let yourself feel good about every little bit of progress. Remember, it's not about perfection, it's about progress. And with each step, you're creating a home that truly supports and uplifts you. Letting go of the past now, this one might tug at your heart a little, because it certainly did for me. Letting go of the past is no easy task, is it? For many of us, our homes are filled with items that represent parts of our lives we've cherished, old hobbies we once loved, clothes from decades ago, or even furniture we hold on to just in case. I used to keep a closet full of clothes that no longer fit, thinking, maybe I'll lose the weight. Or, what if this style comes back in fashion? But those clothes weren't serving me. They were holding me back, taking up space both physically and emotionally. And it's not just clothes, is it? Maybe it's a sewing machine from when you used to quilt, or a set of golf clubs from your glory days on the course. It's easy to think, someday I'll use this again. But here's the thing, your home should reflect who you are today, not who you were years ago. By letting go of what no longer serves you, you're not saying goodbye to the memories. They'll always be with you. Instead, you're making room for the life you're living now, a life that's simpler, lighter, and filled with what truly matters. I've learned to embrace this season of my life. For me, that meant creating space for new joys, like a cozy reading nook with room for my favourite books, or an open living room where my grandkids can play when they visit. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting. It means honouring the past while fully embracing the present. And once you do, you'll find a sense of freedom that's truly priceless. The 2-minute rule. Here's a habit that completely changed how I handle those little tasks that sneak up on us. The 2-minute rule. It's simple, but incredibly powerful. If a task takes less than 2 minutes to do, just do it immediately. Don't set it aside. Don't add it to your mental to-do list. Just get it done. Think about it. How often do small things like junk mail, dishes in the sink, or a jacket draped over a chair pile up? They seem harmless at first, but before you know it, they turn into a mountain of chores that feels overwhelming. That's exactly what we're trying to avoid. For example, when I get the mail, I quickly sort through it. Junk mail straight to the recycling bin. A bill goes right into the drawer where I keep things to pay. When I see a plate left on the coffee table, I grab it and take it to the kitchen. This habit has been a lifesaver, especially for us seniors. Let's be honest. Energy comes in bursts these days, doesn't it? Tackling small tasks in real time saves you from that overwhelming, "where do I even start?" feeling. Plus, it keeps your home looking and feeling more organized without a lot of effort. The beauty of the 2-minute rule is that it's not about perfection, it's about momentum. Each small task you complete makes the next one feel easier, and before you know it, your home feels more peaceful and orderly. So, the next time you see something out of place, take a moment to handle it right then and there. Trust me, you'll be amazed at the difference this little rule can make. Simplify your laundry routine. Laundry, the chore that seems to never end, doesn't it? I used to feel like I was always catching up with piles of clothes, waiting to be washed, folded, and put away. But over the years, I've learned a few simple tricks that make it all much more manageable. First, let's start with the source of the problem. Too many clothes. It's amazing how much easier laundry becomes when you declutter your wardrobe. By keeping only the items you actually wear and love, you reduce the volume of laundry you need to deal with. Plus, it feels so freeing to open a closet that isn't packed to the brim. Now, here's the routine that changed everything for me. I do 1 load of laundry a day. Every evening, I load up the washing machine and set it on a timer to start early in the morning. By the time I'm enjoying my first cup of coffee, the laundry is ready to be hung out to dry. For me, air drying works best. It's gentle on the clothes and saves energy too. By evening, the clothes are dry and ready to be put away. No pile sitting around, no "I'll get to it later." It's a simple system that keeps things moving without feeling overwhelming. And let's be honest, friends, as we get older, we need routines that work with our energy levels. This small habit has been a lifesaver, saving me time and keeping my home tidy. Give it a try. You might just find yourself looking forward to a chore that once felt like such a burden. The wish list, curbing impulse. Purchases. Let me ask you something. Have you ever bought something on a whim, only to realize later that you didn't really need it? Don't worry, you're not alone. As we age, it's easy to collect things that seemed important in the moment, but end up just taking up space. That's why I started using a simple but powerful tool, the wish list. Here's how it works. Instead of buying an item the moment it catches my eye, I write it down on a list. Whether it's a new gadget, a piece of clothing, or something I saw in a catalogue, it goes on the list first. Then I wait, a week, 2 weeks, even a month. During that time, I think about whether I really need it, or if it was just an impulse. Most of the time, I realize I don't actually want or need the item. But if I still feel strongly about it after that cooling off period, I know it's a purchase I'll value. This habit has been a game changer for me. Not only does it save money, a big plus for anyone living on a fixed income, but it also keeps clutter from creeping back into my home. And let's be honest, fewer things to manage means less stress and more room to enjoy the things we truly love. So the next time you find yourself tempted by something shiny and new, take a moment to pause, add it to your wish list and give yourself time to decide. You'll be amazed at how much this little habit can simplify your life. 1 in, 1 out now. Here's a habit that's become second nature for me, and I think you'll love it too. It's called the 1 in, 1 out rule. The idea is simple. Every time something new comes into your home, let go of something old. For example, when I buy a new sweater, I take a moment to look through my closet. Is there an older sweater I no longer wear, or one that doesn't fit quite right? If so, that's the one that goes. It's not about getting rid of things you still love. It's about creating balance, a steady flow of items in and out, so your home doesn't become overwhelmed. This habit has made a big difference in keeping my space organized, and it's especially helpful as we get older. Many of us are downsizing or simply trying to make our homes easier to manage. The one in, one out rule helps prevent things from piling up without feeling like you're depriving yourself of the things you need or enjoy. And here's a bonus. When I let go of something, I try to donate it. There's something truly rewarding about knowing that an item I no longer need can bring joy or comfort to someone else. It's a small act of kindness that creates a little extra space in your home and in your heart. So the next time you bring something new into your home, take a moment to find one item to let go of. It's such an easy habit, but trust me, it works wonders for keeping clutter at bay and making your space feel lighter. Check before you buy now. Let's talk about a habit that's as practical as it is powerful. Checking what you already have before making a purchase. How many times have you bought something only to come home and realize you already had it? I'll admit, I've done it myself, especially with pantry staples like pasta or canned goods, or even with clothes that seemed like a great find at the time. Before heading to the grocery store or shopping online, I take a quick inventory of what's already in my pantry, fridge, or closet. It doesn't have to be a big production. Just a quick look can save you from buying duplicates or things you don't really need. For example, I've made it a habit to glance through my kitchen before planning my meals for the week. Do I already have the beans I need for soup? Is there a box of spaghetti hiding in the back of the pantry? Using what you already have not only saves money, but it also prevents waste. And let's be honest, at this stage in life, we've all realized that having more doesn't necessarily mean having better. This habit works beautifully in other areas too. Before buying a new pair of shoes or another sweater, ask yourself, do I already have something similar that I haven't worn in a while? Taking stock of what you own helps you appreciate the things you already have and keeps your home from becoming overcrowded. It's a win-win. You'll save money, reduce waste, and avoid the frustration of realizing you've bought something you didn't really need. So next time you're tempted to shop, pause and take a moment to check first. You might be surprised by how much you already have. Keep what you truly need and value. Now, let's talk about something that I think is so important to remember. Decluttering doesn't mean getting rid of everything. It's not about stripping your home bare or making life harder. Instead, it's about finding balance, keeping the things that genuinely make your life easier or bring you joy. For example, I've got an extra blender in my kitchen. Some might say, why keep 2 blenders? But for me, that second blender makes meal prep smoother, especially when I'm hosting family or making my favourite smoothies. It earns its place because it truly adds value to my life. When you're deciding what to keep, ask yourself 2 simple questions. Does this item serve a purpose? Does it bring me happiness? If the answer to either question is yes, then that item belongs in your home. But here's the other side of it. If something no longer aligns with your life, maybe it's something you haven't used in years, or a piece of furniture that no longer fits your space, it's okay to let it go. By doing so, you create room for the things that truly matter. For us seniors, this approach can feel especially freeing. Many of us have spent decades holding on to things just in case. But at this stage in life, it's not about what if. It's about focusing on what makes life better right now. Remember, a simplified home isn't about deprivation. It's about making space for the things that truly serve and support you. So take a moment, look around, and decide what earns its place in your life. You'll be amazed at how empowering that choice can feel. Create memory corners. Create memory corners for sentimental items. As we grow older, many of us find ourselves holding on to things that carry deep sentimental value. Maybe it's a photo album filled with memories from family holidays, or a special gift from a loved one that's been with you for years. Perhaps it's a souvenir from a trip you took years ago that still brings a smile to your face. These items are more than just things. They're pieces of your life story. But here's the thing. When we hold on to too many of these keepsakes, they can end up blending into the clutter, making it harder to enjoy their true value. So here's a little trick I've learned over the years. Create a memory corner in your home. This is a special space where you can display a few carefully chosen mementos that bring you joy every time you see them. It could be a small shelf, a decorative box, or even a single picture frame. Whatever feels right for you. The key is to curate these items so that they're always within reach, but not taking over your entire home. By setting aside a designated space for sentimental items, you honour the past while keeping your home functional and clutter-free. You don't have to give up the memories. You just give them a special place to live, and every time you glance at them, you can smile, knowing that your memories are being cherished, not buried under piles of stuff. This approach strikes the perfect balance between holding on to the past and embracing the present. So, start by creating your own little memory corner. Trust me, it'll bring a new sense of peace and joy to your home. Practice gratitude. While decluttering isn't just about getting rid of things, it's also an opportunity to reflect on what you've gained and show appreciation for what you have. As we get older, it's easy to look at our possessions and feel overwhelmed by the sheer number of things we've accumulated over the years. But instead of seeing it as a loss, try viewing it as a chance to honour the life you've lived and the memories tied to those items. For example, when I let go of an old coat I haven't worn in years, I take a moment to thank it for the warmth and comfort it gave me through past winters. Or when I part with a set of kitchen gadgets I haven't used in a long time, I pause to appreciate how convenient they once were in my cooking routine. These small acts of gratitude not only make the process of decluttering more meaningful, but they also shift your mindset from one of loss to one of appreciation. This simple practice can transform how you view your belongings. Instead of feeling burdened by the things you're letting go of, you'll start to see them as part of your journey. A journey that's led you to the present, where your home is filled with the things that truly matter to you. Over time, practicing gratitude while decluttering will shift how you feel about your home. It becomes less of a place full of stuff and more of a sanctuary of peace, positivity, and purpose. Wrapping up, your home, your sanctuary. As we come to the end of today's episode, I want to leave you with this thought. Simplifying your home isn't about chasing perfection. It's about creating a space that feels comfortable, welcoming, and truly yours, especially as your life and priorities evolve. Remember, making changes doesn't mean saying goodbye to precious memories or the things that matter most. Instead, it's about thoughtfully arranging your surroundings so that your home fits the way you live today. It's about making your space a source of calm, comfort, and real happiness. Start with something small, maybe just one drawer or a single shelf. Every little step you take adds up, and before long you'll notice a big difference. Celebrate each bit of progress along the way. Soon you'll have a home that reflects your personality and brings you a true sense of peace. Thank you for spending time with me here at Timeless Wisdom. I hope these ideas help you feel a bit lighter and more inspired as you shape your living space. If you enjoyed today's video, please remember to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update from Timeless Wisdom. Let's keep building homes that don't just look wonderful, but feel wonderful too. Until next time, take care of yourself and keep creating a home that celebrates your unique journey.